Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Look at this beautiful fog that we have going on. It just is a little blessing this morning to wake up to this. Everything feels like it was breathing a sigh of relief. I woke up this morning and I told Owen, I said, I think everything slept through the night well. I slept through the night well. I didn't hear any animals whining or complaining or barking or whining or mooing, whatever. So everybody seems to be nice and content this morning, and it's cool. It feels wonderful. I am letting Beck sleep a little bit longer, but next up on our list of things to do is we are going to weed whip all those weeds that are down by the apple trees. I need to figure out something so that I can get that cleaned up better, but so that weeds don't grow as quickly. I don't know, because it's kind of on a hill. I planted them there that way for a reason, but originally when I planted, I was not thinking of mowing in there, and so I need to figure out something so that it's easier to water and so that it's easier to get in there and mow. So we are going to get that mowed today, but first we got to get going on chores. Morning, boys. Are you ready to go?
Go on.
Look at these volunteer pumpkins. Those look like bat wings, maybe mixed with something because they have really big ridges. And those are some gourds. But these are all volunteer. I'm always amazed at how well volunteer plants do because they literally are in the cow pen and they don't get watered. We never get rain, so they don't get rain. So it's just funny is to see how well they do. At the end of the day, they're really wilted and I think they're dead. And then next morning I come out and look how good they look. It's just crazy. Come on, guys. And there's a couple more volunteer plants in there. We just put a new hay bale in for these guys last night, and where their pasture is out in the woods, and they have a lot to eat, but they're kind of lazy and they won't want to leave the food that is super easy to get to have to go way out unless it gets really hot, because then it's cool out there. So our plan is that Beck and I are going to push these guys out and call them and get them over to the other side and then close up this pen so that they can't get in here, because they do have a water with an automatic float out there, so they have water. So just to save some hay, we're making them get out of this pen, and then at night they'll come back in here. Patches! Come on. Beck, you want to go in and kind of start pushing? Patches! Come on, guys. And they're saying, why would we come over when we have food and water here? We're good. Come on, guys. Come on, honey. Honey's leading the way. That is really weird. Look at you. You're a big girl now. Hi, honey. Who would have thought? Hi. Come on, guys. Patches. Hey, honey. Come on, guys. Patches. Come on, John. And here comes Handsome. Come on, Patches. Wave your arms, bud. Good morning. Good morning, pretty girl. And Beck has the sprinkler in this pasture running because this is where we're going to put a couple cows that we sold. And now he is doing the meat birds and the turkeys that are in the tractor and getting them done and moved. They get moved 2 to 3 times a day at this point, and they have automatic waters and feeders. So that black bucket that's right there, is for a bell waterer. So that is a 5-gallon bucket that's full of water. So they get fresh water throughout the day, and Beck fills that twice a day. And then they have, you can see the red things hanging in there. Those are feeders. And so then they get automatic feed. So he just fills those up. And then because it's been so hot, he also puts in 2 smaller waters just so that everybody's able to get around the water easily. When it's cooler out, they don't really care. But when it's really hot, it's nice having the 3 waters, and then that way everybody is near a water and they have plenty to drink. Before we get going on weed whipping around the apple trees and the big grown up areas around the pumpkin patch and everything, Beck weeded this for me last week, and he just threw the weeds down. So we're getting this all picked up. He's weeding a little bit more down at the end, and while he is doing that, I am going to start putting these 6-inch pots together, transplanting them into bigger pots to make fall porch pots, fall baskets, so that at our next market we can bring some of these and have going and get started. We'll be starting about August 15th. I think the next market is August 18th. So I'm gonna get these going now so that they can get really well established and start getting really full. Assembling the fall baskets are pretty easy. You take a bigger pot, you take some 3 or 4 flowers, depending on how big they are. You put them in the pot, you put extra soil in, and you water them really well. When you're a creative person though, it gets kind of hard because you're trying to get all the different colors to go together really well. You know, some people just grab randomly and throw them all together. I don't like doing that, so it does take me a lot longer. But I'm gonna get going. I got 3 of them done so I can get a feel for how it's going. And I'm hoping to get a bunch done today. Look at this. That's pretty. I think that is a hummingbird moth, but I'm not 100% certain. It's pretty pretty. I was able to get 10 baskets done, or 10 pots done, and everyone has marigolds in it, and everyone has a mum in it, and then it has 2 other accent pieces. I guess I shouldn't say everyone has marigolds. If it has the red celosia, it does not have a marigold. So each one either has a mum and celosia or mum and marigold. And I have been trimming the heads off of the marigolds. As I am doing the marigolds, after I take pictures of the pots, I am trimming the heads off. You can see like those ones right there, they don't have anything left. That way they will have new buds by the time we get open and everything. And it is hot. And Beck just headed up to the house. Let me show you what he is working on. Then I'm gonna take a quick break before I get started again. So he got all of this cleaned up. Look how nice that looks again. And then he got all of this over here weed whipped. So we gotta get this pile of brush out. And then we're gonna start going down by the trees. This big old pile here. It's crazy that I let it go this long, but what are you gonna do, you know? It's only so many hours in the day, but I need to put as many in today because I got a couple big work projects that I need to do the next few days. And so I am trying to work as long as possible. So these are some of them that I've done. They have a pansy and a mum and like a grass or another decorative taller thing. This grass will continue to grow, and then the marigolds. I think these ones here are my favorite, with the white pansy and the maroon celosia and a maroon mum, and then the cabbage. I really like the look of those ones. But then this one that I just did, I really like too. So this is the grass, and then a maroon mum, an orange marigold, and then some snapdragon. So these guys will get bigger too, and so will this grass. So that's gonna look really pretty. So time to go get some water and take a quick break. Unfortunately, our gas-powered weed whipper isn't working right. And so we got to use the battery operated one. It's actually dual. You can plug it in, which has stronger power, and obviously it lasts a lot longer, or battery, and so he's using that. It's going much slower, but it needs to get done. Can't put it off anymore. All right, well, I got 20 pots transplanted, and Beck got the front of all these trees weed whipped. When it's cooler in the morning, he's gonna come out and finish weed whipping behind the trees. But I feel like we got a lot done. This makes it look so much nicer. That is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.